So I got this question on one of my other videos, and the question was, what do I do when the things about me are bad? You know, it's like, yeah, I can like myself, but the things I like about me are so much fewer in number than the things that are quote unquote bad about me. You know what? I know this intimately because I've come from the depths of deep self-hate for myself and for my existence. That was like my early childhood, well into my 30s. And what I've learned in my journey out of that self-concept that I'm an unworthy, unlovable person, there's something deeply wrong with me and the attributes about me are bad or wrong, is most of those things are actually not bad or wrong. Now, there are definitely some behaviors and behavior patterns that I've had to identify and work with that have caused hurt and harm to people I care about. But those are behaviors. They are not attributes. And when I learned that distinction between, oh, I'm behaving in a way that's causing harm versus I am harm, that's where I was able to really make some breakthroughs in actually liking myself. Because generally what's going on when we have this really negative self-concept towards ourselves is we have been conditioned through shame to judge ourselves that way. We have not been known and loved for who we are. We've not had positive reflection. We have not had honest reflection about who we are. We've had negative narcissistic reflection sent back to us because we didn't meet their needs. We were neglected and being celebrated for our existence. We have not experienced an embodied reality where we are a delight or a joy in a person's world. Especially parents, especially family systems. That was not a thing that was going on. And so it's crucial, absolutely crucial for us, for you're dealing with that kind of internal, like, there's more bad about me than there is good, to recognize that this is a shame conditioning. It's a shame dichotomy. It's a paradigm that says I am bad and I only have good attributes here and there, but the most of me is just this. That is a lie. It's an absolute lie. And what it does is it tells me you had a similar experience of not being valued for your existence and not being given healthy, in-depth reflection about the goodness of your nature, the goodness of your heart, the goodness of your being. I was not given that. I was given praise for being obedient. I was given praise for pleasing people and being a nice boy. But I was never taught how to embody the goodness of me and then relate to myself and others in the world from that goodness. So while you're sharing here, if that's you, you're living in that kind of self-hate, that self-hate concept is driving your world. You need to connect to it. And you need to do the deep, deep work of reshaping that self-concept. And that starts with just acknowledging it. But this big work to get in there and start to unblend from the shame and start to understand that the shame is never the truth. And to start to feel who you are beyond that shame. Now, I do some of that work in my work. We touch on shame. We process shame. And then David Bedrick is a great resource for going really deep on processing shame. I would recommend my students and clients to him when they're encountering really deep enmeshed shame self-concepts. So check that out.